For years, I've been telling people stress makes you sick. It increases the risk of everything from the common cold to the cardiovascular disease. Basically, I've turned stress into the enemy. But I have changed my mind about stress, and today I want to change yours. Let me start with the study that made me rethink my whole approach to stress. The study tracked 30,000 adults in the United States for 8 years, and they started by asking people, how much stress have you experienced in the last year? They also asked, do you believe that stress is harmful for your health? And then they used public death records to find out who died. Okay, some bad news first. People who experienced a lot of stress in the previous year had a 43% increased risk of dying. But it was only true for the people who also believed that stress is harmful for your health. People who experienced a lot of stress but did not view stress as harmful were no more likely to die. In fact, they had the lowest risk of dying of anyone in the study, including people who had the relatively little stress. So this study got me wondering, can changing how you think about stress make you healthier? And here the science says yes. When you change your mind about stress, you can change your body's response to stress. Now, to explain how this works, I want you to all to pretend that you are participants in a study designed to stress you out. It's called the social stress test. You come into the laboratory and you're told you have to give a 5-minute impromptu speech on your personal weaknesses to a panel of expert evaluators sitting right in front of you. And to make sure you feel the pressure, there are bright lights and a camera in your face, kind of like this. And the evaluators have been trained to give you discouraging non-verbal feedback like this. If you were actually in this study, you'd probably be a little stressed out. Your heart might be pounding. You might be breathing faster, maybe breaking out into a sweat. And normally, we interpret these physical changes as anxiety or signs that we aren't coping very well with the pressure. But what if you view them instead as signs that your body was energized, was preparing you to meet this challenge? Now, that is exactly what participants were told in a study conducted at Harvard University. Now, in a typical stress response, your heart rate goes up and your blood vessels constrict like this. And it's one of the reasons that chronic stress is sometimes associated with cardiovascular disease. It's not really healthy to be in this state all the time, but in the study, when participants viewed this stress response as helpful, their blood vessels stay relaxed like this. Their heart was still pounding, but this much healthier cardiovascular profile. It actually looks a lot like what happens in moments of joy and courage. Over a lifetime of stressful experience, this one biological change could be the difference between a stress-induced heart attack at age 50 and living well into your 90s. And it's really what the new science of stress reveals. That's how you think about stress matters. So my goal as a health psychologist has changed. I no longer want to get rid of your stress. I want to make you better at stress.